Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today I have a very delicious fragrance from an Italian house that I never covered on my channel, which I'm sure you guys heard of, Giardini di Toscana, which is an Italianish perfume brand founded by Silvia Martinelli. Today we're going to talk about one of her delicious fragrances that literally broke the internet. And I'm talking about Bianco Latte, which means white milk. Now, I haven't smelled this fragrance yet, but I have seen many fragrance influencers talking about it. So I decided to take matters into my own hands and do a first impression for you guys today on my channel. As I mentioned, Giardini di Toscana is an Italian niche perfume brand founded by Silvia Martinelli. The scents capture memories from childhood to intriguing moments, including flowers, grandma's cookies, school pencils, and invigorating citrus fruits. They draw inspiration from the essence of gardens, evoking the tangible and intangible experiences. Now, so far, it seems like that this year I'm exploring gourmand fragrances a lot, probably because I'm planning to break my diet and indulge a bit. So why not start with delicious gourmand fragrances first? As I mentioned, I've seen Bianco Latte all over Instagram and YouTube, and I have a feeling my recent top 10 gourmand fragrances will definitely need a second part after unboxing this one. Alright, so from what I heard of, Bianco Latte is supposed to capture the bliss of a warm embrace, the sweetness shared between loved ones, the deep satisfaction of comfort. So it's supposed to be a cozy fragrance. It is a gourmand delight with caramel, honey, and creamy vanilla, elevated by a touch of divine white musk. Playful yet seductive, it's perfect for those who indulge their sweet tooth from all angles. Giardini di Toscana, Bianco Latte. Let's unbox it and see what we get. All right. Giardini di Toscana Bianco Latte. I have to say I love the name and I'm in love with the look of the bottle. The presentation is absolutely important to me, and this one is very beautiful. I love that wooden cap and that milky bottle, just very gorgeous. It goes with the scent profile, and I'm telling you, this smells phenomenal. I can already smell it and it's absolutely delicious, and I can see, my God, I can see why a lot of people love this. I have to say what I love about this, that it's just blended so smoothly. It's not overly sweet. It's not cloying sweet kind of a scent. It's not too gourmand, but it's definitely gourmand. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's something about it. I think it's the muskiness in there that kind of balances out the scent, and it kind of creates this space between all these gourmand notes in this fragrance. But very beautiful, very delicious. If I would have to describe it in two words, I would say this is definitely a lactonic vanilla type of a scent. So on the opening, what I get a nice dose of caramel. The caramel is not overly sweet, but it is a vanillic kind of a caramel, very edible. And I definitely get a big dose of musk in here, as I mentioned, which definitely creates this smooth opening, which is very important because a lot of gourmand fragrances, they have a problem in the opening. When you initially spray them, they're very sweet and they're kind of cloying. And so you have to let them to air out. And some people can get nauseous from that. But this one doesn't have that. So that's what I think is the key in this one that makes it very successful, and a lot of people love this. I also get this cookie and pastry vibe about it as well, which makes it very interesting and very delicious. But what I also get, and I don't know if it's been, listed in the notes because I haven't looked at the notes yet, I get this coconut shavings in here, which is very tropical, very photorealistic. And as some of you guys know, I love coconut. And the coconut does not have this cheap lotion vibe to it. It's very photorealistic, very tropical, very delicious. Definitely reminds me of Hawaii. But again, as I mentioned, even though it's a very gourmand kind of a scent, the musk makes it very sophisticated and very well balanced. So right away from this delicious scent profile, I can see why people would go crazy for this fragrance and why it would get so much hype on social media. I mean, who wouldn't want to smell like a delicious vanilla cookie? Usually when we have a perfume like this, it's bound to go viral. This is very beautiful. It's getting better and better. And I'm detecting some notes that I wasn't getting on the opening, which is really interesting. So as I mentioned, Bianco Latte means white milk, and this doesn't smell overly milky, which is a good thing. It does have a slight milky lactonic quality to it, but it's not a full-on milky scent that could be nauseating to some noses. The major notes I detect here are a substantial dose of vanilla and caramel with hints of tamed wearable honey, followed by a big dose of powdered coumarin. Now, a lot of people, they get confused with coumarin and tonka bean. And tonka bean and coumarin are related in the world of fragrances and flavors. You see, coumarin is a compound found in several plants, including tonka beans. It contributes a sweet vanilla-like scent and flavor. While tonka beans naturally contain coumarin, the compound itself can be synthesized and extracted from other natural sources like cinnamon, sweet clover, and more. Now, interestingly, the coumarin that's synthesized from tonka beans has a sweet, warm, and vanilla-like scent commonly used in perfumery for a cozy, comforting, and gourmand quality. Its aroma varies with the quantity used. In small amounts, it can have an herbal hay-like smell. In higher doses, it can evoke a sweet, warm, caramelized almond scent with a subtle touch of vanilla. Yeah, as the fragrance is opening up more, I can definitely smell that coumarin, I can definitely smell that honey. And the usage of coumarin is very smart in here because it doesn't add too much sweetness to the big dose of vanilla we have in here. On the other hand, it adds to the powdery caramelized bitter almond smell, which can also have powdery coconut shaving undertones, which balances out the fragrance and stops it from becoming cloying sweet. Yeah, I'm getting a caramelized burnt sugar smell in here, which does have a somewhat creamy, buttery, lactonic quality to it, which is a very interesting evolution from the opening phase into the mid phase of this scent. The opening was mostly caramel, vanilla, cookie, pastry with coconut shavings, but now I get this very interesting caramelized burnt sugar with this creamy lactonic quality to it, which makes it delicious. But I have to say that the musk is still there and it definitely helps to balance out the fragrance. All right, so let's see what kind of notes we got in here because I'm very interested to see. I didn't take a look at the notes. All right, so top notes, we have caramel, which I definitely smelled that on the opening. We got coumarin, honey, I can definitely get that as well. Vanilla, definitely white musk, very much so. But unfortunately, no coconut, which I definitely smell that. Which again, it definitely has to be coming from coumarin. And I can definitely tell that the dosage of coumarin is very high in here because of the caramelized almond, somewhat sweet, and coconut shavings accord in here, which definitely must be coming from coumarin. So again, that's why I completely understand why some people get this shaved shredded coconut accord in the scent where it is nowhere in the pyramid. I can also see how some people mention getting a caramelized burnt sugar smell in here, which does have a somewhat creamy, buttery, lactonic quality to it. All right, so all in all, Bianco Latte is a very sweet, vanillic, delicious, caramelized, sugary, balsamic, powdered fragrance with hints of honey. Also, you get some hints of coconut shavings on the opening as well. It's accompanied by a sensual, airy muskiness that adds aromaticness and woodiness to the fragrance. Alrighty guys, so that's all I have for Bianco Latte by Giardini di Toscana. This one definitely is a stunner, and it surpassed my high expectations. It definitely deserves the hype on social media, and I'm so glad that I could add this to my collection. Now, from what I'm smelling, I would definitely say from its DNA that it's going to be a compliment monster. It will get a lot of compliments. Very beautiful. I mean, I couldn't see anyone not liking this unless you're not into sweet and gourmand fragrances. But it's very beautiful, very easy to like, easy to reach, and it's very unisex as well. And to me, because of those coconut shavings that I kind of get on the opening, and because of the musk that almost gives it this cool or airy kind of a vibe to it, like a fresh vibe to it, I would say that you could definitely pull this off in summertime, and it has almost a tropical vibe to it as well. And that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon with another video, and bye.